Hey, sorry about that. I was just getting things done. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome on in. Yeah. It's time for Get Wet Wednesdays. It's only natural when you're power washing. I'm doing fantastic. Getting to spend another day just enjoying the stream, hanging out. I honestly couldn't think of what to play today that had alliteration. It was either this or Warcraft, but I still didn't finish this bit, so might as well. Hey, Melody, how you doing? Welcome on in. War Wednesday. I'm glad to see y'all here. As you can see, I have a new snazzy setup. Got my PNG in the front screen and the all-new chat box given to me by Scrub. Or rather, he assisted me on making it and putting it up. You better believe it. I wanted to be able to see it too. And it'll make it all the easier for me when I make videos later. That way when I'm talking to all of you, and I don't directly, read out the chat, well, I won't need to, because they can see it on the screen. Can I get in there to see what you were up to after that notification? Ah, yes. See, that's how you get intrigue. You make provocative statements and then wait for people to react. I tried to. I tried like 5 times, but for whatever reason, X says they can't, identify or authenticate me. Also, hello, Fairy. Welcome in. So if my unofficial mod would be the absolute best person in the world and the kindest person to me specifically, would you mind? I appreciate you, thank you. Well, we have applications. Unpaid, terrible work hours, truly sweatshop level conditions. Believe me, Photo, if I had the finances to pay anybody, I would absolutely have an entire team. I would be paying artists. I would be on top of things, I assure you. Heading off to sleep already, Tree? Dang. But I hope you sleep tight. And hey, feel free to use one of the many other VODs on the Twitter to just help you relax a bit. And I got a hydrate redeem, thank you kindly. 11 p.m. You telling me you don't spend several hours of your night just playing through any RPG and then waking up the next morning like 2 minutes before you have to leave in a blind panic? And thank you for showing up, Fairy. Hope you sleep tight. And also, I gotta go grab water real quick so I can actually make good on those hydrate redeems. Mystery redeem complete. I see. You are also somebody who functions without coffee. Pure adrenaline. That is the way to do it. I can respect it. You know, I really like these random lo-fi beats that I just go to. I looked up like power washing lo-fi beat, and this is just what I got. And you know what? I am happily surprised. It ain't bad. Well, you see, when you run off pure adrenaline all day, every day, forever, you just are tired. Jesus Christ, 8 ads? Alright, I gotta figure that out. I gotta fix that. Instant chance. I never liked coffee. I don't like bitter. I'm a very sweet guy. No. Oh, I almost threw up. Wow. I made myself sick with that statement. Amazing. But no, I prefer sweets. I I had a physical reaction to my own statement. I can't believe it. Aw. Oh, hey, it's the other guy that throws up. Hey, Scrub, how you doing? Welcome on in, buddy. Ah. Well, thank you for popping in, Photo. I appreciate you. Tell your classmates to join in. I appreciate you. Do your best and work hard. Gonna give me a stretch. I still need to change that stretch redeem to stretch/crack redeem because it is the same thing in my mind. Oh yeah, feeling good. Feeling good on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts. I mean, so far, all of them but one have been from Fenrir, so I assume they're enjoying them. And of course, I would not dare give or not give proper respect and due credit. The reason I have my, as I said earlier, snazzy new setup here, and also my redeems, is because my good buddy Scrub over here was kind enough to give me some of his time to set it all up. Why can't I put a crack redeem on stream? You're just smacking two rocks together? Oh. Why, thank you. You darn tootin' you are, Scrub. You're the best mechanical support. Man, you're the best tech support a little hat like me could ever hope for. You know, I suppose that's true. It could mean I'm cracked, like I'm just that good. It could mean the drug, which would not be great. It could mean the thing that I'm doing anyway, cracking my knuckles and my back and my bones. Rock the stone. Cracking the cap. The crack cap. No. Okay, now I see what you mean, Melody. That probably isn't great out of context. It all depends in phrasing, doesn't it? I find it funny when everybody shows up for the stream that I just like decide to do randomly, because like I wasn't really planning on doing PowerWash Simulator. I just couldn't think of anything else that fit with alliteration, and I didn't want to do Silksong again today because I'm not getting burnt out on it, but it's really hard and I need some time to prep. Well, not to worry. A dirty mind can always be cleaned. Maybe that's why Wet Wednesdays for PowerWash Simulator only. To clean out those dirty gutters. You know, it's really fun, and I am really enjoying it, but I also have physical limitations as far as gaming goes. And I'm not good at, I keep wanting to say Castlevanias, Metroidvania games. Mostly for, like, a skill issue, like, quite literally. Because I can backtrack all day, I have patience, but as you can all tell from how I've been playing the game so far, I don't have the technical skill to, like, consistently get through the game well, so I need to do some research and figure stuff out. It has been a bit rude. That I'm still messed up about that bug beast. Oh my god. Those brain wrinkles are permanasty at this point. You know what? That's completely fair. I agree. Oh, so much for like Cuphead. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because I think it's within the same vein of like, I guess Cuphead's just like a scrolling shoot 'em up, but it's still intended to have like really hard boss fights and then random enemies that will just kill you for no reason. I mean, we'll watch you just walk around in the game without maps and get both frustrated with you. You know, that's probably where the content for it lies, ain't it? Is just me running around figuring out where I am and what to do. However, that's also a really bad idea for me specifically, because I have Zoro level like directional skills. I will get lost and go through the same place like 5 times. Way worse than it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Silksong actually just is harder than base Hollow Knight. Moss. Hey, moss grows on a rolling stone, and I gotta keep it rolling. That's what we're all about here. I'm just a mossy stone cap. Oh, that'd be neat. I should put some moss on my hat. Be aesthetically pleasing. Add some color to my cap. Oh yeah. You know what, Melody? I'm glad you asked. Because I don't get opportunities to organically tell people. So Stonecap quite literally just comes from my last name in German means stone or stone maker, so I kept the stone. And then I always, like since the beginning of middle school, I've worn a flat cap my entire life, and I continue to wear it to this day, so I really like my flat cap, so I just combined the two, my two favorite things, as stone cap. Stone's lore. I will gladly give stone lore. I love spouting lore. Black Cap is my brand. It's who I am. My two most identifiable features are my hat and glasses, so... Actually, I like that you bring up idea for a new redeem, Fen, because I do have one redeem on here that is quite literally make a channel redeem for 10,000 points just because I wanted something pricey. And to give you all a reason to keep watching a little bit longer. You too can make a channel redeem, and it'll be up there for a whole month. Yeah. I tried wearing a fedora for a little bit, or like a trilby, but it wasn't quite my style. You could wear anything with confidence, but I just didn't like how it looked. Okay, that's a fourth of the way there. You almost got it. We're gonna press redeem that one lizard button. Oh god, yeah. Oh, is that what that was about? I saw the lizard meme, but I didn't I didn't know the context. I just saw everybody posting a little lizard pressing a button. I see. That makes a lot more sense now. Is it from the Elmo movie? Huh. Lizard, 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 lizard. Fair enough. Oh my gosh. Oh, today's a good day. Went grocery shopping, got some stuff done. Actually ate food. Now I'm all set. Gonna have a nice power washing time. Gonna hang out with my buddies. Gonna entertain my pretty little pebbles. Gonna have a good time. Listen, the original plot was a queer boy, then they made him a boy, not fitting obvious physical reasons, and that's it. I see. Well, that's a shame. Wet pebbles. My wet rocks. Or my whetstones. Alright, I'm sorry, but from now on, every Wednesday, instead of my pebbles, you are all my whetstones. Sharpening my humor and content, making it ever better. You veto. Well, I'm sorry, bud. You can veto it on our duo streams, but here, I have the power. Wet gator. I thought gators liked the marshes. Would you prefer I call you a wet blanket? Thank you, Mel, for using those redeems. The news which a cap reminds me of. It is similar to a Newsies cap. My father taught us not to lie. Well, mine told me not to starve. Now we both have an addiction. An education. Never mind. I got this. Hold on. My father taught us not to lie. Well, mine told us not to starve. So, now we both have an education. Actually, cacti tend to have water or a fluid-like substance inside of them. So they are in fact wet cacti, just not on the outside. We're all wet in some ways. If you cut open one cacti and pour it over another cacti, then it's definitely a wet cacti. No, Fen, you can't ban yourself. I need you around to figure stuff out. Well, believe it or not, son. Alligators tend to lie out in the sun and aren't always in the water. So shut the heck up. I appreciate you holding yourself back on the cursing. Good on you. And that is true. A lot of gators do tend to wait out in the sun. However, they are still in marshes. Or the Everglades. You know what, you're right. Oh, how does Crocodile's laugh go? No. The only laugh I can ever remember is Blackbeard's. Zeh-ha-ha-ha-ha. Well, I think that's enough goofing around, don't you? Who's ready for some power washing? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, yeah, that's right. Time to resume the cleaning of the park. Well, yeah, you think I can just talk all day? You think that's my brand of content? It should be, but by God, if I'm a terrible conversationalist. Aw. Thanks for being here, Scrub. I appreciate you, buddy. Just like the alligators themselves, Scrub will now go back into the marshes, awaiting for the next chance to strike. Yeah, you're right. It truly is a lot easier when, like, I have stuff going on. Or if I have somebody to, like, bounce off of. Oh, I mean, like, yeah, if you give me a topic to talk about, I can, or at least a topic that I'm aware of, I can talk all day. But if I don't have, like, something prepared, or, like, I'm not set up, then I got nothing. You know what? That's a good way to look at it, Mel. Whenever I try to say anything, it might not be a lot of words, but I always make sure to put as much thought into them as possible. That way, when I do talk, it matters more. Though, of course, it does tend to make for rather awkward conversations when I'm just standing there waiting for the other person to have a conversation, really. Very reliant on the other person in that way. That's why I love doing streams with people like Scrub. I gotta do half the work. A little less than half the work. And that is true. People gotta listen real close when I start talking. Having a lower register voice while also effectively whispering everything I say. People tend to miss what I say. You're right. We can only get better the more we practice. Oh, absolutely. It more comforting one. You have just somebody else to rely on as far as like a conversation goes. But you better believe I'm 100% Zoro. I get lost in conversation. North is always ahead of you. So if I just keep going straight, I'll eventually get there. Actually, it's very funny. I have both a really terrible sense of direction and a really good one at the same time. Because no matter where I am, I always know where north and south aren't. Like I can tell you exactly where south is by pointing north. And then I get it right 100% of the time. You are right, Scrub. That's why I do it. I gotta get better. Considering I am a talking head of sorts, and my entire brand of content relies on, well, my voice. It is true. Yeah. The only downside is when I forget that the way I'm pointing is incorrect, and then I start going in the wrong direction. My pretty voice. I try to keep it in relatively good condition. Yeah. Life had to give me at least some kind of disadvantage. I needed one kind of handicap. I'm gonna be for real. I also get very distracted in conversation. Exclusively, like right now, I'm trying to think of a topic, and then I'll immediately get distracted by the music, and I'm just like, wow, this beat's banging actually. Give it a, hold on a second. I'll get back to that thought in a minute. I gotta jam out real quick. Hey, Justin. We got another bot, folks. Say hi. Watching Ennie's lobby right now. Can't believe how easy it is. That's Ennie's lobby is one of the best arcs. Like, for pre-time skip One Piece, it's fantastic. Robin gets character development. Luffy gets to... We get Gear 2. And then Gear 3 for like at least 2 episodes, which is cool. We get to watch Rob Lucci get the absolute crap kicked out of him, and that's amazing. Pop time. What's for million Tama mod? I have Yanwantas. I assume you meant automatically. The message to the cheap viewers on. And cheap viewers at. Oh. Well then, Scrub, you'll probably have to teach me how to do that again as well. I could probably figure it out if I look around a lot, but that just sounds so inefficient. You know, I actually was thinking of doing that. I didn't want to ask Scrub since I was already taking up his time. But that would effectively have to be a co-op stream. Okay. Hello, Harper Shaw. Did you hear the mayor's cat, Ulysses, is missing? The whole town's out looking for him in time for the festival. We don't have spring till he's put on that hat. To be honest, if I had to wear that hat, I'd go missing. Well, I hope that cat's found. After we start getting up there in like viewership numbers and subscribers, all that jazz, I think then we'll make a bigger event out of it. Allow the people to make their suggestions, get what they pay for as it is. My goals, like in general, or the actual like whatever Twitch decides my goals should be. That's very true. And I'm happy to hear that, Ben. Of course, we can thank Scrub for that wonderful subbing he did. Well, you know what? That word has different meaning too, doesn't it? Let me rephrase. Thank you for your generosity, Scrub, in gifting subs to these wonderful people. This is why words are important, folks. Yeah, the giver part of that is very important. Scrub the gifter. That's true. Well, that's why you can glaze Mel on your stream. Like that's all right. Well, never mind. All right. Hey Mel, thanks. Thank you for that. Thank you very much for the scrub sub. Gonna make me tear up. Oh god. I was right. I'm so sorry. I awakened the beast. What have I done? Well, I mean, now I have. Jesus Christ. Mel, you wonderful person. Okay. I I did see the 6 months on there, but I thought it said 1 out of 6 months, so I was just like, oh, that's neat. I don't know why I need to specify that, but... Oh. Mel. Now I'm gonna have to start coming into your streams and absolutely hyping the shit out of them. Love you too, Mel. Thank you for... Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna do the silly, fun voice. Mel, you are a fantastic person. Like, an absolutely amazing individual. Like, I am in awe of your work ethic and the sheer amount of work that you put into anything and everything that I have seen you do so far is astounding to me. That's right. Now I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna give you so many compliments. I am I am truly amazed and impressed at just how amazing a human being somebody like you can be. Like, no. This is what you paid for. And also... Oh, it is. You see, Mel, this is what I do best. You need somebody to tell you how it is, to really dress you down as a person. I'm your guy. This is what I do. You're in my house now. I have not personally seen her play tabletops yet. However, if it's off of Scrub's recommendation, I can only assume that you are an absolute master at the sport of tabletop games. Indeed you have, Mel. And I will make sure that every last cent is felt in each one of these compliments. In fact, they aren't even just compliments. They are absolute stated facts. I am stating nothing but facts at the moment. Like, in all seriousness, and I'm pretty sure Scrub has said this before and is more than aware of it, but if it weren't for you and your scheduling ability, we would not be able to do half the shit we do. Like, I have never once in my life been able to make a planner like you. That alone astounds me. I truly cannot fathom the words. Like, I could not make up proper wording to tell you how fantastic of a worker you are. And then you come into my stream and you give me money. Like, how am I supposed to comprehend that level of kindness? How do I properly thank somebody for that? I can't thank somebody for that without having to make up words. You, my dear, are the best schmebber that anybody can ever imagine. I hope that you feel and understand those words with the full might of your soul and heart. Truly an understatement. And we adore you, Mel. Yes, what would you like to talk about? I can dish compliments out, but I'll do my best to take them. Community, teamwork, family. You don't turn your back on family. You know what? That's a good description. Mel, you are the Vin Diesel of this community. You are the glue that holds the family together. You are the one that tamed the Mustang and was able to win that race. Aw. Never met a genuinely positive woman. Well, thank you. I tried my best. Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I get that a lot. I... It makes me feel like it's more of an issue for, like, the people that some people have, like, hung out with in general, that, like, my brand of kindness and warmth has, like, is off-putting to some people. Like, they think I'm plotting something. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to be a nice guy. Thank you. Oh, no. It's true, Scrub tells me that every day. And I still appreciate him for telling me how he feels. Because that means that I am constantly in his periphery. And he thinks about how nice of a guy I am. And you know what? That really touches my heart. You're all the bestest. I constantly live in your head, just giving you compliments. I'm that pick-me-up in the back of your mind whenever you need it. I'm always there for you, buddy. Don't you worry. Aww. Now I'm getting distracted by trying not to blush and play this game. I'm getting the giggles. Yeah, it is funny that you say that though, Mel, because it even when I met my oh, hey, here's some stone lore. Here's some free stone lore for all y'all. When I met turning into a red hot rock. Uh, but when I met my buddies that I regularly hang out with in my regular life, and I play card games with, uh, like they were all super nice guys, and I was like 18 at the time. I was like 17 or 18 at the time, uh, and like I was just getting into the community, and I was just hanging out with them. And one of the guys there, he's super nice, still one of my best buddies to this day. Uh, Amazing person. He let me borrow one of his decks to play in the tournament, and uh, I did incredibly well. And that it was on that day that I learned that I'm not bad at the game. I just am bad at deck building. I can play the game like a champ because I won that tournament. But he also had some like a very expensive card. It was like $100 card, and it was mandatory in that deck to play, and or at least to be good. Uh, and when I gave the deck back to him, it was gone. Like I I didn't take it, and I could not find it, and I swore to him that I could not, like I did not take it, and I could not find it, and he was very understanding about it. Like he was like, well, if we can't find it and you don't have it, I guess that's that. And then I made sure that the moment I had $100, I gave it back to him straight away, so that he could buy a new card. And later on, he had told me that after that happened, he's like, yeah, it took me a little while, but for the longest time, like, I couldn't really get a vibe on you. It's like, he seems like a tad bit shady of an individual, because they didn't know me a whole lot at this point. But as they got to know me more, they figured out how real of a guy I was, and they were very appreciative of me being honest, and of course getting them back. I will never not pay a debt. You gotta pay your debts, which is why I try not to have them. And we also figured out later that it was a different guy that did steal it. He was a rampant kleptomaniac, and so it was pretty obvious that he was the guy that actually took it, because he was there that day too. And he probably just like swiped it when one of us wasn't looking. Yeah. But all's well that ends well. I'm still great friends with that man, and he got the card back, and now the card game is effectively dead to us anyway, at least for the time being. So nowadays it don't matter. We're just playing Magic most of the time. Thought it was sus. And you know what? That's completely fair. And I guess that's just kind of... Because I never get that vibe. Or at least, like, people never outwardly tell me that, like, I'm an off-putting kind of guy. Or, like, I'm not... how would I say it? I'm not a trustworthy seeming individual. And that's completely fair, because you know what, it makes sense. Like, you're not gonna get a lot of people all the time that are genuinely trying to be nice without like trying to get something out of you for it. And that's a completely valid and reasonable response, because they're all, especially on the internet, like there are a lot of people that just, they'll really try to take advantage of you, really. And as sad as that is, I want to be the kind of person that, even if you can't trust them at first, you are always, at the end of the day, going to be able to talk to me and know that the things I say to you are genuine and honest. That's the same word. are honest and like heartfelt. Like the things I say, I don't just I'm not just talking out my butt. I do mean like everything that I say and all the compliments that I give. Which is why I appreciate all of you so much. I genuinely appreciate all of you for being here and appreciating the things that I do and I'm trying to do, and you're helping me, and I I want to do my best. I want to do my best, and I want to make sure that all of your hard work and everything that you all do for me is put to good use. I guess off-putting was probably not the correct term, but you know, like I'm the kind of guy that after you talk to for a bit, like, or like on first impression is like, he seems nice, but I'm gonna like I'm gonna give him the little side eye just to make sure he's not stealing my stuff. Yes, I'm suspect. There you go. He seems nice. Too nice. Thank you, Mel. I do my best. Yes, and that's exactly correct. It's because like a lot of the time you'll meet somebody and you'll just be like, you know, that's a like they seem like a real cool person actually. Like they had a good vibe about them, and you know, like they seemed like, you know, a little too nice, but you know, like they weren't like asking me for money or anything, so you know they're probably fine. Then like you talk to them some more, and it's just like, oh, I see your game now. So it's gonna be like that, is it? Yes, and it does happen to everybody. It really feels like it happens to a lot of people, and I do my best to not be that person. I wanna I wanna try to make it so that people can kind of gain or have a healthy amount of suspicion, you know. Like I'm making it up as I. Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm making it up as I go along all the time. I make a lot of things up. But as far as me being nice goes, no, not at all. Uh, like I, it's weird talking about myself, like from like a personality perspective, but I like to think I'm the kind of person that's just I don't like to judge. Like everybody got their own things going on, you know. Everybody's got their own story in life. Everybody's got things that like maybe they're not proud of, or that like it shouldn't define them as a person. And I want to be able to let people talk, you know? I want them to feel comfortable having a conversation with me, and then hopefully if they feel comfortable enough talking to me, then that'll open them up for more possibilities down the line talking to other people. And of course, that also is a bit of a double-edged sword a lot of the time. No, you're definitely making it up. Not because you're malicious. It's because you haven't considered that other people are trying to read you. No, that's definitely true. When I when I meet somebody, I don't generally think that like they're trying to get a vibe check on me. I'm just doing my best to make a good impression. Yeah, exactly. I I am I based my entire personality and life around being just a shonen protag, exclusively because that is exactly the kind of person I want to be. I I want more than anything to just be a shonen protag. I want to be able to have the drive to just get back up each and every day and say, today is my day and I'm going to absolutely make it everybody's problem. I want to get up after every last knockdown, and then not only am I going to keep fighting, I'm going to help each and every person who keeps getting knocked down back up. I want to make sure that everybody out there knows that it is okay to fall down, that it is okay to get knocked down. But the only time it isn't okay is when you decide you've had enough and you can't get back up. You should never have to feel like that. Darn tootin'. For as long as I live, and as long as I keep getting back up, I will make sure that each and every person that I ever come in contact with leaves a conversation with me with the biggest fucking smile on their face. That is all I want in life. See, hearing that shit gives me the most feral urge to protect you. If anybody goes, aw, thank you. You know, it is kind of funny, because whenever I say stuff like this, I do genuinely mean it, and I mean it with the very bottom of my soul. And I think that, I think it's also kind of the point, ain't it? But it gives me, like, what some people would nowadays consider, like, a little guy energy. You know, I'm just a little guy. But I think that's okay. I think it's good that I come off that way, because if I give people the impression that they want to protect me and do, like, good things, like, not just for my benefit, but to make me and others happy, then I can keep motivating them to do the same, and it'll kind of, it becomes more of a, like a secular mindset. If I help you, you help me, we're a great big family. I think Barney really said it best, actually. I think Barney was the true Shonen Pro tag. Ain't that right, Barney? Yeah, look at him over there. He knows what's up. But yeah, I think he's playing casual, but he's actually cute and rank. I think I'm playing rank, but I'm cute and casual. That's right. I'm gonna make sure that I lift everybody I see up. I will do my absolute best. That being said, and I'm not gonna pretend like I am a Shonen Pro tag. Actually, you know what? I am a Shonen Pro tag, because even I meet people that I just don't like. There's always gonna be that person that, no matter how good you feel or how much you want to help or be kind to a person, there is gonna be people that just, they don't care. They don't want to get back up. And in fact, not only do they not want to get back up, they want to drag you down so hard. They hate the very existence of you getting back up, of everything that I strive and stand for, and stand back up for. And you know what? I don't want to hate that kind of person, because there is a reason that they got kicked down in the first place, and a reason that they couldn't stand back up. And I want to understand that. But at the same time, if there are people that don't want to be helped, and that won't take my hand, won't take anybody's hand to get back up, and sadly, there's nothing that I can do. It's not that I necessarily hate a person for that reason in particular. It's more like, if for those people I feel sad for, I feel bad for them because it not because it's necessarily their fault, but because they were put in that position in the first place. But then there are people that will then there are the people that put them in that position in the first place that were never in their position, that weren't ever put there. They just decided that they were going to be a problem. Like that those people, they're how do I say it nicely? They're problematic, dubious even. They're do not pass the vibe check. They do not get to collect the $200 when passing go. That's they are the kind of people that they just don't mesh well. I missed some long chats. Hold on a sec. I know this isn't what you're saying, but oh, I'm getting a call. Oh, well, one moment, everybody. My apologies. Hey, I'm streaming at the moment. What's up? Hey, that's great. Sick. I will. I'll definitely do that. Thank you very much. Bye. Too bad. Makes it funnier. I got good news. Hold on one sec. I gotta read the paragraph messages real quick. But it's not mistaking your kindness for weakness. Wait, hold on. Kindness for weakness, to be clear. I just feel strongly about a proportional amount of rage being directed at those who might be foolish enough to even try any BS in my direction. I greatly appreciate it. I hate the ones who want to drag everyone down with them. Like, fine, don't get up or don't get help, but don't get others with you. But yeah, no, it's a real struggle. It is very hard. Dubious is an excellent. Thank you. You have to feel bad for him. Nature versus nature. Hurt people hurt people. It's true. It's very true. Sometimes after you get hurt, you have a lot of choices, but a lot of the time it comes down to two, and it's if you get hurt, do I then keep moving forward and try to like make better choices to help others so they don't feel the hurt? Or do I lead by that person's example that hurt me and start hurting them as well, hurting others? We are in Bartos. We'll make a fleet to choose. Aw. I appreciate that. I did eat, in fact, yes. I ate just before the stream. I went grocery shopping and then I made sure to have a little... What did I eat? It was chicken Alfredo and broccoli. That was it. Hydrate check, you got it. There. The hydration's looking pretty good. Still coming out of the hose. Ah, yes, mobile clipping. I appreciate your dedication and commitment, Fen. You are the realist. You know what? Talk to the boss man, not a problem. You take your time. But you know what, now that I think about it, I think I think it's okay that I come off as suspicious in the beginning. 'Cause I think it makes it more meaningful when like people actually do get to trust me and like interact with me as a human being. 'Cause it's nice. It makes it feel like I actually earned your trust and like I'm not just hanging out with me out of the kindness of your heart. I earned my spot in your heart. I crawled my way into that heart, and now I'll make a little cocoon of kindness. I will stay there until I am finished. Very well done, fam. I'm gonna turn myself into a little parasite. Parasite of kindness. Parasite of joy. And loyalty and respect. I will fester my way into every last human being. I like how after I said this, I saw the viewer count go down too. Alright, they may escape for now. They'll be back. My kindness cocoon will not wait forever. Don't turn into a devil fruit. You know, I would love that. That'll be my dream. That'll be the dream that I manifest into a devil fruit. I want the kind fruit. Any fathomable amount of hostility will just be gone. Like everybody just thinks with clear heads. It's like the calm fruit, but everybody's more nice about it. Exactly. It'll be nice. Gonna hit him with that nice punch. That's fair. Zones were thought to be the weakest, and then out of nowhere they all of a sudden became the strongest. But that's mostly because hockey exists after a while, so it makes sense. They are the scariest. So they kind of get into the users and make them go wild. It's true. I don't... Oh, right. I thought you were talking about the monkeys. I was like, no, they were just animals. But no, I remember what you're talking about now. The, what was it? Zebra, koala, and rhino? I might be missing one. I'm catching up. I'm getting there. I'm making progress again, steadily. Actually, now that I think about it, I have a ton of time on my hands, so I should probably finish that at the very least. Or catch back up, rather. There's no finishing One Piece. will tell you what, Fen. Exclusively for you, and because of how real you've been and how helpful you are, just as a person, I will make an entire just chatting stream dedicated to One Piece. I will talk about theories, I'll talk about just fun crap that's been happening. I'll probably have to do it after I catch up, or at least get really close to catching up. Fen, I'm gonna be real with you. It's not a matter of having to. It's a matter of having an interest that I can talk about. And it's an excuse, really. But also the compliments still, are actually true. But, two birds with one stone, all that jazz. We'll have a one-on-one, just debate. You know what? I'll make a PowerPoint. I'll do just that. I will schedule all this out. I'll make a whole plan around it. The moment I catch back up, or I'm at least very close to catching up, Fen, I'll get in contact with you. We'll make PowerPoints, on our favorite bits of One Piece. We can talk about, the recent chapters. Show up on stream, we'll do a co-op. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Oh, you'll see it alright. There will be a PowerPoint, so you have to. Gonna pass the scrub bar of approval. It may not, but a fun PowerPoint does. This is true. It definitely has power over me. And you better believe the first talking point I'll have is why Skypiea is actually one of the greatest. God, I love Skypiea. It's so good. Feel all that muck and grime of the day just float away. Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 8th. Howdy, Dirt Finder. Put anything on hold? Put everything on hold? My golf buggy's something something. Calvin Miller. Doc gave your details to the colleague who needs a hand with a new place in the shrubs. An old God, I need to learn to read faster. Thank you for the stretch, Fen. Stretching out my bones. Oh. Sounds good, Scrub. Thank you for being here, buddy. I'll make sure to give you plenty of compliments behind your back. Oh, actually, I'm thinking of things that I need to catch up on and watch. I really, really want to see the new Superman movie. Everything I hear about it, it sounds like my exact kind of Superman. It sounds like the exact Superman that I love seeing, where he's just a nice guy and he just wants to actually help people and save everybody. Even the squirrel. I'm aware of the squirrel scene. Ah. That being said, I am not really a review channel, so don't know how to go about that. Man, would you look at that dirt just fly away? With the beautiful sounds of those nice pings. Ah. Music to my ear. They're nice. God, it's been a while since I've been to a park. Actually, that's not true. Well, I guess since I've been to like a children's park with like play areas and whatnot. You know what? I would argue they get even more fun as an adult. Because now you have nostalgia backing you up. Like back pains cannot get down a good like seesaw ride with your buddy. With your grown adult buddy. Because then you can go higher, and that makes a lot more fun. Go on the swings. You can get more air because you're heavier now. Because you're not 5 years old and weigh like 80 pounds. You can theoretically get more distance if you're not a coward. No, it it actually gets more thrilling when you're an adult, in fact, because the risk of injury just kind of goes up. But if you jump off that swing set and you make the perfect landing and you don't hurt your knees, by God, do you feel like you're on top of the world. You're an immortal god at that point. I think it's the best. I think it's fantastic. But I have been going to a park a lot more lately. Like just a regular, family activity, walk around, nice grass kind of park. There's a waterfall there. It's pretty neat. Me and a buddy of mine have been going on walks a lot more lately because he's trying to get in shape for going on a trip to Japan, trip to the Nihao. And I am very excited for him. I sadly will not be able to go, but I'm still going to help him do the absolute best I can to get into walking shape. Because they ain't going to be driving a whole lot of places. Very walkable country that Japan is. But I'm very much looking forward to when he goes on his trip and then comes back, because I'll get surprises. Getting them good old souvenirs. Really hoping for like either card sleeves or just anything like Digimon related, really. Because they have so much more Digimon stuff. And I am an unreasonable fan. Bought a original version 1 Digivice off of a guy on Facebook Marketplace not too long ago. And I know it's the original because it's in Japanese. And I can't read any of it. But luckily, there's translation guides, so I figured it out. And I managed to get it to ultra level. Sadly, it had passed. Mostly because it couldn't evolve further because I had no method of battling. That's the only way you can get them to perfect. Pokedex in the first one. It's so fun. They're so cool. And I honestly don't know what it is about it, and I can't like actually explain it. Because like it's just a Tamagotchi, and if you like Tamagotchis, then you get like the general vibe. But like to me, the Digivice just was so much more of an aesthetic preference for me. Ooh, welcome back, Mel. Hope your conversation went well with the boss. Oh. You like Digimon, Mel? You a Digi fan? You ever partake in some digital monsters? Pokemon got Tamagotchi? When did that happen? What do they need Tamagotchi for? Yeah, Pokemon Go. Wonderful. You. Well, hey, it ain't too late to join the cool Digimon club. You know what? That's perfectly okay. Doesn't matter how late in life it might be, as long as you can appreciate the general vibe of it, that's good enough for me. But yeah, it's definitely hard to pinpoint like what I like specifically about it. Cause like it is a tad annoying to like raise the Digimon itself, especially when it wakes you up at 5 in the morning. It's the equivalent of taking care of like an actual pet. Just with minimal consequences if you don't take care of it. But at the same time, it's like, no, I'm gonna take care of this, alright. It's gonna wake me, it's gonna be my new alarm clock. I'm gonna base my entire life around this little guy. And for a while there, I kinda did, because I absolutely brought it to work with me, and just like, kept it on my little keychain on this, like just buckle of my pant. And it worked. I was raising it. Sadly, with version 1, it'll die no matter what if you can't digivolve it again to perfect, just because the game recognizes that there's no point. A little bit. It's I feel like the equivalent of that is rather dubious. Like, if you have a pet, you're gonna care for that. You're gonna base your whole life around that pet just out of spite. It's like, oh, you wanna get food at 4 in the morning? Fine, I'll get you your food, all right. In fact, I'm gonna make sure you're so pampered and well loved, you're gonna never want to do anything again. You're gonna become the laziest dog in the world. A year in, you're never gonna wake up at 4 in the morning again. You're gonna wake up at like 3 in the afternoon because you got that lazy. Because I pampered you that hard. Woof indeed. Hey, Mama Bear, welcome on in. We're just discussing the dubious nature of raising a pet very well out of spite. Something like that. Oh, Mel. Mel. I can't believe you. You wonderful person. I'll bring the compliments back. Don't you tempt me. Oh. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mama Bear. Well, I hope I can bring you a little comfort. It's... in a way, it's very opportunistic. Or not opportunistic. It's very... Oh, thank you, Fen. Very... timely? Yeah, actually. I think that's close enough. It's very timely to the conversation topic. Cool. We were discussing we were discussing Digimon and like Tamagotchis and all that jazz, and just like how you kind of have to have a mentality of spite around it, but like good spite. And it's just like, this thing is, no matter what, going to wake me up at like 5 in the morning because I set its clock wrong. Yeah, good spite. The kind of spite where it's like, alright, if I'm gonna have to wake up at 5 in the morning every morning to make sure that this thing is raised healthily and well, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna raise this thing so well, it'll never have to worry about a thing in its life. It's gonna become the most cared for living thing, or I guess in the Digimon's case, unliving thing, to ever exist. I'm gonna base my whole life around this thing. I'm gonna bring it to work. It's gonna have to sit through my regular daily life. And it's gonna like it. Because if it doesn't, I can't feed it. Spiteful kindness. Oh, that's totally fair. Well, Pokemon has like a lot more going for it, like just throughout the years, because they had more games, they had more, or at least in the US they had more games. Like they had more support just as it kept going on. Digimon, it kept going, and I believe it's still going, but it just didn't have the same level of marketing that Pokemon had at the time. Also, Pokemon came first, so it definitely had the upper hand. Yeah, exactly. Defiant complacency. That's a fun term. Oh yeah, what was the one coming out in October? It's like I want to say it's like Alpha or something like that. I know it's a number thing again. Because they're bringing Mega Evolutions back, which means I get Mega Blaziken again. Yay! Oh yes, yes. Digimon World, like the first one. Yeah. I ended up buying that years later from a Game World, and it's so good. It's such a fun game. Could not figure out how to play it, but or rather, I could not figure out like how to digivolve stuff, but we got there. Not the game. That's understandable. I do recommend it. Pokemon is definitely one of those things where, like, it's extremely easy to get into. It's just so accessible in, like, every facet. Ah, that's understandable then. It wasn't really meant for the college demographic at the time, but nowadays it's become like such a general media icon that you can get into it like no problem at any point, and it doesn't matter what you can play Pokemon Go and it's still fun. You'll get the general idea of everything, and you can get some steps in. Never hurts. God knows I have recently started playing it a lot more now that I'm going on those walks with my buddy. I mean, hey, get the kids into it. You'll probably get into it by proxy then. Or if they all have smartphones, like just take them all out for a day of Pokemon Go. They'll get the exercise. They get to play Pokemon. It's all great. Yes. I'm sure it's a struggle just to try to catch them all. Oh. Oh, that's fair then. Then they'll probably just get into it on their own time. For 1 second, gotta stretch out my wrist for a second, getting numb. Ah, yes. Never too old to get in it, or never too young, rather, to get into that pirating life. Actually, getting into One Piece is probably the very best when you're at your youngest, because it is an investment. Gotcha. Alright, I think we got the play area. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Look at how it sparkles and shines. Beautiful. Speaking of kids, I bet they're going to be real happy when this park's finished being cleaned. They ain't gonna have to worry about Lockjaw ever again. One Piece is getting weird, or your son's enjoyment's getting weird? Ah, very fair. Lockjaw. You See how rusty these nails are? You see how, like, terribly treated this place has been? One wrong step, that child just gets... that child gets some rust poisoning. Get the lockjaw, it's gonna be terrible. But not on my watch. Not while I'm around. No, no. Oh, yeah. That's fair. Oh, yeah. No, I understand what you mean. People... The art style gets more curvy as time goes on. Yeah. That is very fair. And it does get provocative in some bits. I'm trying to think of bits. There's like, let's see. How many provocative characters are there in One Piece? Every woman on the Straw Hat crew. So 2. Later on when you get to Zoe, that'll be interesting for them to learn. There's the Snow Harpy lady. I actually liked her character, she was fun. Terrible person, but still fun to be around. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Can't even get through the first episode of Game of Thrones. Oh my god, what is this? I actually didn't get past the first episode of Game of Thrones. Not for that reason, it was so long. And it felt like so much happened in one episode that I just could not keep up, and I lost my attention so fast. Oh, hey, Carleen, how you doing? Welcome on in. Jesus, Mel, stop it. I'm gonna run out of compliments. I can't keep up. Game of Thrones is brutal. Game of Thrones is messed up. Keeping the family together. Oh my god. Oh, now I see what the 7 and 10 is. Okay. So hey, we're 3 subscribers away from the goal, apparently. I learned what that means. Shooting baby out of the monsters. Just give me the baby. You know, that's fair. It's probably a good idea, actually. General rule of thumb, everybody. If there's a monster around and you have a baby, just run away. Run with the baby. Chance of survival go way up for everybody. Oh no, you're good, Mama Bear. It's understandable. Then again, I guess that's kind of the point of Game of Thrones, is that, like, everybody except for Peter Dinklage and the 2 people he associates with are bad people. This is the story. Oh yeah, no, it's super brutal. I can't tell if you're being facetious about that one, Fed, because I'm trying to think. It's like, who's in the Wano arc? And I'm now remembering it's like, all right. Yeah, Wano is basically the island that they're at. This is a good bit later in the series. It's basically Japan, but like old Japan. Feudal Japan, that's the word. Yes. Wano should be around the 800s, I think. Because whole cake is like 6 to 700. Whole cake's good. I think whole cake's probably one of the more. It's probably a good wholesome arc for kids. Within like art style terms, that is, not like theme. Oh, oh no. That's probably a good point to stop. Actually, I don't think I don't think your kids need to see how that bit ends. Oh, so you did see that bit? Just a little bit, a little. You know, it didn't necessarily go as planned on that arc, but it's probably okay. Oh, God, that was so good though. Oh, it's building up. Oh, okay, I see. No. Probably not. Ah. Then I recommend you watch it first, Mama Bear. And then you could make the informed decision on whether or not that was it's worth it to show the little ones. But like actually though. Of course I've seen Luffy eat donuts. They look delicious. And you are absolutely right, Mama Bear, that he is the Hoover brand vacuum of the One Piece universe. It's but he needs it. He needs to stay nourished to keep all that stretching going on. That's true. I don't know if it's that he necessarily doesn't like pies as a whole. He just didn't like that one bar's pies. But I guess also to be fair, he doesn't eat pies after that whole bit, so maybe confirmed. The one thing Luffy will not eat is pies. That's true. He has a bizarre yet really good diet. That boy is gonna stay absolutely healthy for the rest of his life. Yes, that is true. If Luffy ever wants to get wrinkles, all he has to do is just submerge himself in some water for a while. It'll be fine. Come out all pruny, and then it'll be fine after a few more minutes. So, supposedly, unless you have, if you are a Devil Fruit user, if you come in contact with the water itself, you lose your strength, and you don't necessarily lose the ability to use your powers, but you lose the strength to like use it yourself. Like Luffy is still stretchy even when he's submerged, but he himself cannot physically move. So if he like gum ballooned himself on top of like the ocean, he would probably be able to stay that way for a few minutes, but the moment he has to let it go, he'll just drown again. Exclusively to devil fruit users, yeah. You can like devil fruit users can like skim on top of the water. So it's it's very vague. It's very kind of all over the place, but so from what we have seen and how it works is if a devil fruit user submerges himself in water up to a certain amount, they then lose their strength and are unable to utilize their abilities. That does not mean that their powers are nullified or deactivated, but they themselves cannot muster up the strength to use them. But they can still touch water. Like, they can still touch the ocean. And the only reason we know that is, and this is, no, I can make this kind of non-spoiler. There are some people that if you can run fast enough and you are a devil fruit user, you can just run on top of the water. And as long as you as your feet don't go under the water, you don't drown. Pretty much they regain their strength the moment they're no longer like in the water. So like as long as you can get them out of the water, then they're good to go again. Yes. Yeah, because then there are people like is it Aokiji? I think it's Aokiji. Aokiji with his ice powers and his bicycle, like he just freezes the top of the ocean and it's fine because he's not physically touching the water. Yeah. Yeah, Brook. Yeah. Okay, so you do know who Brook is. Yeah, he's pretty much the only actual example because he's a skeleton and therefore light enough to run fast on top of the water. But he can do it. It's very silly, yet it works within the confines of the universe. Therefore, it's it's now just a mechanic in their life. Dang, we got 60% of the way through this. We're making good time. Don't you worry, Barney. We're gonna clean up around you. I got you. Gonna make your home nice and pretty, Barney. When you hear your family. No, Barney. You got. Do we have some trauma with Barney the dinosaur? Very understandable. Ah, but that's what makes it fun. As the cringe is what entices and makes everything more enjoyable. Nowadays, cringe is the new cool. No, I don't think that's necessarily true. I bet you did, Scrub. I bet you did. Because I have been this whole time. Oh, it's Curly. I'm sorry. I saw orange text and I was like, "Hey, Scrub, welcome back." But yes, Curly, you are correct. I have been doing the exact same thing. Don't you worry, Mama Bear. I don't need to say a thing. It's already in your head. It's been there all along. Never is. Ah, yeah. It. So I'm looking at two different things. So if I look at like the OBS stream, then the text or like color text comes out differently for certain people. On the OBS, Curlin looks purple as well as Melody, and then on my stream manager, I see orange. Or at least his color palette. I'm sure he won't mind. Yeah, only some of them are different. Some of them are the same. Yes, take full advantage of Scrub's identity. Oh. What kind of color blindness is it? Is it like I actually I don't know why I asked. It's I know there are different versions of it, but I was gonna be like, is it this kind? You know, then one I don't know the name of. Red green. Oh, I see. Then what I'm looking at right now would be very unfortunate. Oh, I see. So we can see muted colors, but not like anything too vibrant. That's not terrible, at least. At least he still has part of the spectrum visible to him. Ah, I see. That makes sense. So it's like having just part of the color spectrum is just kind of locked off, as it were. Always very interesting to learn about, like, not just color blindness, but like how people can see things, or how they can't even. Like if I take off my glasses, I cannot see. Even, it's getting really bad lately, actually, and I can't see within like half a foot in front of my face without it getting blurry. So it's I understand the sight the sight struggle. Ah, no, yeah, it's a very delicate balance trying to find like really good glasses. Especially like if it glasses that like pinch the bridge of your nose incorrectly are you better just like immediately tell somebody that like, hey, we need new ones because this ain't gonna work, chief. I don't think I have astigmatism. I think it's just I keep looking at screens too close and it keeps getting worse. It ain't good. It ain't fun. one of these, I do think about getting like LASIK or something along those lines, just someday. And then I think, whenever I have money, whenever I have disposable income, that should probably be top of the list. I would I would so much prefer to have farsighted, or at least I feel that way, being nearsighted, because like there's so many circumstances where I'm like, I would much prefer to just, have to have a pair of reading glasses that I put on every now and then when I need to see like close-up things, as opposed to like never being able to see a foot in front of my face again. Oh god, actually that's not a bad idea. That if I start getting like a larger following, I am planning on making a Patreon at some point, and then I might throw a throne out there as well, just for funsies. It might not ever get used. It might. Who knows? And it wouldn't be. It probably would be the best opportunity for me to put like really practical stuff on there. I'll just have like the really expensive thing to eventually make my way to get like the those like $5,000 audio booths. Well, all right, bud. I was just thinking. I was humoring the notion. Everything will get bought for me, or am I underestimating? Or everything will get bought out before I get it? Yes. That is one of the bigger things. Well, I think that's why the booth is like $5,000, because it has like no sound, like an airflow system. The whole thing's soundproof. Uh, it has a muffled, like AC unit basically, that filters into the box. As interesting as it would be to find out if I would be a tasty rotisserie chicken, I don't think I want to go through that actually. I can barely handle like 75-degree weather. I couldn't handle effectively hotboxing myself in an audio booth. Maybe we'll take up one day. Everything being funded and Netflix is showing up for a week. What did you order? Or not order. What did you put on your throne, rather? I feel like hiding your throne kind of goes against the point, doesn't it? Like, there ain't no imposter. You're you. You're the scrub. You're the silly gator guy. God. It really feels like my blood circulation needs some work. Keep having to stop. Oh no, that's totally fair. Like, and again, at the moment, I'm not really needing much, but thank you very much for those redeems, fan. Yes, yes, I'll stretch. I'll do the double stretch. I'll do the back twisties. All that jazz. Here's another fun stone fact, or rather stone cat fact. uh, this is on the topic of stretching. Back in high school, it was like during my junior year, I believe. Our school had just started a martial arts club, and we had like 5 members. But I managed to, I got myself a little nickname. They called me Gumby because I was the most flexible and stretchy guy you'll ever meet. And in a club where stretching and being flexible is very important, I felt pretty good about it actually. I took the name Gumby with pride. Oh, I 100% get your mom there. I have like I'm doing like the pretzel leg sit on my chair. I've been doing this for like the last 2 hours. And you know what? It's been pretty comfy so far. Which normally I'd be having to really spread out more. Like I said, I wanted to really base my life as a Shonen Pro tag. I don't know what to tell you. Took a lot of inspiration in my life from Luffy. I was like, you know what? Being stretchy is pretty cool, actually. What if I could do that? And I took that personally and also did gymnastics for a long time, so that also helped. Also, if any of y'all get the little ones into some gymnastics or like physical activity, make sure they like kind of stick to it as they grow up, because if they don't, nothing's gonna work right. Like, they will never be able to do the splits again, and it's gonna feel bad. Stretching is so important. Just even if you're not in like a sport or anything, just stretch. Just stretch a little bit in the morning, stretch a little bit at night. It does your body so good, and it makes you feel so much better when you go to sleep and when you wake up. And I need to take my own advice. Hey, alright. Oh, that's fantastic. Those are perfect sports. Perfect sports for when you're young. Well, I guess ballet is kind of specifically when you're young, because if you start any later than like 5, that's not true. Start any later, like in your teens, then it becomes borderline impossible to get any good at it. But it's still really good for your body. Most of your body. Hey, congratulations to him. That is much farther than I ever got. I think I got to brown belt. I think that was the farthest I ever got, because I was the kind of kid that did like everything. Like I became jack of every trade and master of absolutely nothing. It is. It's fantastic. I truly could not recommend like any martial art based sport more than like taekwondo, karate, uh, even like boxing. It's all of it's good. Like it keeps you fit, it keeps you healthy. It'll let out some anger and aggression in like a relatively healthy manner, as long as you're not actively bringing pure anger and aggression into like a fight. Then, as long as you have management of it, I think it's perfect. Hey, he might just get on that MMA train pretty soon then. It's absolutely fantastic. There's nothing wrong with knowing how to protect yourself. And also, I just think it's a really good confidence booster. If you know that you can keep yourself safe and you can keep those around you safe, that makes you feel pretty good. Sometimes blind luck is the only way to get through life. Well, ain't bad. But hey, man, it ain't too late to learn. Ever too late to learn. Jesus Christ, this red ring is so dirty. Please. Why does it take up the entire thing? Oh, hey, good, we found the end actually. Never mind, I lied. So hold up. Wait a sec. I don't know if this is. Hmm. Okay. That's fine. I don't trust any music with actual lyrics in it. That throws me off.
What do you like to do in your free time?
No, God, please. Sure. Break me down, why don't you? Whoops. Okay, there we go. How did the good old Scrub and I meet? Well, it is quite the epic tale. A tale of sorrow, friendship, romance. A tale that will leave even the most stoic man with a tear in his eye. We had a mutual acquaintance. No, we have a mutual friend who is working on a project, and we're getting there. I won't say anything about the project, but we're getting there. And then just kind of in between random meetings and getting a you can cringe later. I'm telling the story. we we just kind of got to know each other more, just as we had our weekly meetings and get-togethers, and eventually I started co-opting Scrub streams, and he so generously allowed me the position to hang out every now and then, and well, as we discussed earlier, he realized that I wasn't some suspicious individual, and now we hang out. We hang out and just kind of have a mutual brotherly bond. Is truly the only way that it can really be exclaimed. Yeah, after he invited me to play. Yeah, we did do Wicked ones first. I was trying to remember if we did Wicked ones or the Pathfinder campaign first. But yeah, he invited me into a group of people that he was already acquainted with, and every now and then I would hang out. I still barely hang out. uh, and we all just kind of got acquainted. I kind of feel like I can say the same in a lot of cases. Is like most of my stories will begin with I had a mutual friend, and then they introduced me to somebody else, and then that person thought I was pretty neat, and so now we're friends. Yes. Purple? Though I'm positive if you ask Scrub, he'll have a different version of the story where, I murdered his family, and then he tried to take revenge on me for years to come, and still is sometimes, but, it's not necessarily true. I certainly won't admit to it. But, different people have different interpretations of how they meet. Well, I am waffling. You are correct about that. After all, I'm just a silly little guy. Not suspicious at all. Maybe that's my real strategy. Maybe, maybe I am extremely suspicious, and maybe everybody has a good idea to be suspicious. Maybe I'm just playing an extreme long game. A multi-decade long game. To where I will inevitably betray everybody. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Yeah, exactly. I am the CP9 agent. It's, I feel like that would be like the craziest possible stunt I could ever pull on anybody. Is just like a genuine betrayal, but only after like genuine friendship has been formed and like decades of time has passed. Like the I was your best man at your wedding kind of situation. And only now is my plan finally coming to fruition. I don't know what the plan is going to be yet. Or what it would be, rather, but once I figure it out, oh, I'm so sorry. You have my apologies ahead of time. Actually, I like that scrub. That's gonna be my betrayal. That only after I have long surpassed everybody in lifespan will I do one evil act, and then, and then once I meet them all, everybody in the afterlife, will they realize, my God, he really did it. He was really that bad all along. Yeah. Well, I can't drop the nice guy act yet. You know, the more it gets pointed out to me, the more I realize that I do apologize kind of preemptively for a lot of things. Oh, poor Shizu. And poor walls. You just gotta look where she's going. I'm telling you. Park Warden. Something about fungus. When she got angry at her nightmare and woke herself up. I remember the first time I ever had sleep paralysis. I was laying on my side and I couldn't move, but I was relatively like lucid. And I just felt like a presence right behind me. And I didn't I didn't see anything. I didn't physically feel anything, but I could just feel like something was right there, right behind me. And if I turned around, something would happen. And you want to know what I managed to do? I managed to muster up every last bit of strength in me. And I quite literally punched the wall behind me. And and that like woke me up. I punched my way out of sleep paralysis. I think that was probably like the most anime protag moment I have felt in my waking life. Or my half-lucid life. It's not fun. I don't recommend it. Yeah. My evil half realized the kind of person I was gonna be. And I hit him with that kind punch. Well, thank you. And it's kind of weird. Like, whenever I have sleep paralysis, I have. I am asleep, or at least I'm pretty positive I am, but I have full situational awareness. Like, I can see the room around me, but I just can't move and I feel groggy. It's a very interesting state to be in. Yeah. Sadly, sometimes you don't get a demon, but sometimes you just gotta sit there by yourself for a while and still wake up tired because your brain's active. Eh. I'll drink you under the table, scrub. What is this beat? It's good, but I'm so confused by the lyrics. I feel like that is a good assumption to make about Scrub. Sometimes that's just the best way to be. Go with the flow, and those crashing waves of life can't get you down. I'll take a moment. Happy to hear you're getting your own cleaning done. Oh, actually, I was I was about to be like, it's like, yes, well, you get your actual cleaning done, I'll get my fake cleaning done. And then I remembered that I put dishes in the dishwasher before I started this, so I will have clean dishes by the end of this. That'd be nice. And also, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. Scrub's a real chill man. He is a bro like that. Then he gets tired, and then he just likes it. Then he just pieces out. He's the owner of the bar in the song, "You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here." I can see that. I would love to go to a haunted house someday. Oh, like an actual one. I tried to with some of my old coworkers. This is, oh god, this is actually almost a decade ago now. Uh, but me and some old coworkers of mine tried going over to an actual like abandoned hospital to like see any of the spooky activity that might be happening there, because it was a relatively famous spot. Uh, and then when we got there, we weren't able to go in because everything was closed off, even though it wasn't very recently beforehand. And then we learned very soon after that somebody had bought the property to go ghost hunting. And they made a YouTube video about it. We were like, "Are you serious?" And it was really funny because they had apparently bought it like quite literally like 3 days before we went there. So it was just very inopportune timing on our part. I want to go ghost hunting with you guys. I'll stay in the van. Read or play spooky stuff. You know what? I absolutely will. It just occurred. Actually, you know what? I just realized that spooky season is very close, isn't it? It's next month. That is. I ain't scared of no ghosts. You know, it's kind of funny, Scrub. It's the exact opposite for me. Like spooky game, like I'll play it up, but you see me play like Phasmophobia and stuff. I don't get scared. I just run at the ghost. But in like real life, I absolutely am scared of ghosts because I can't punch ghosts. I would rather have to beat the ever-loving crap out of Freddy Krueger than fight a ghost. Then again, I guess that's kind of the same thing, ain't it? Freddy. I'd rather take my chances with Jason Voorhees than a ghost. That, yeah. But I'm also not really like scared and like repo or lethal. It's just like, or at least I'm like scared of the creatures. I'm more scared of like dying before I get to do anything. Vacuum help. That's true. Oh yeah, gotta suck up the ghosts. We find a haunted mansion, I'll be Luigi. I'll do that. That'll have to be the catchphrase now. You said it now, Mama Bear. That's. I'm gonna make a ghost hunting series at some point, and gonna walk into a building with a strapped-on vacuum and gonna gonna have to hit him with the suck this ghost.
Wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
What the crap is this? What is this lo-fi? I guess so. It's I clocked that a second ago and I was like, wait, what's happening? What? Every now and then, like, random, like, a character will just start talking in the lo-fi, and it's so confusing. Of course I remember Casper movie. Love Casper. He's a friendly little guy. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, that's fair. Sorry, I was thinking of Luigi's Mansion. But yes, no, that tracks now. My brain caught up. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's perfectly fair. Then the catchphrase will be from Casper the Friendly Ghost, and then the vacuum will be from Luigi's Mansion. And I will combine the two to make the ultimate ghost catcher. Scrub, do you have cake and you're not sharing? That's how you scare the ghost. You threaten them with a vacuum. What? Oh god. I keep just looking at the colors of the names. It keeps throwing me off. However, now that I'm looking at them side by side, Scrub is more orange and Praline is a tad yellower. Fair enough. Because I'll be a little real. I read the name the first time it shows up, and then after that I use brain association to just go for colors. And then it almost always works out. And if people have the same colors, then I look at the length of the name. However, they're the exact same length, and if I wasn't looking at it side by side, the colors looked very similar, so... Oh, no. No, it's Portal in the back. With the lemon. Burn it. I might. What? It's just randomly, like, it's like perfectly original beats, but then it's like spliced in with random source games. And it's kind of hilarious, but also, I'm a tad scared about copyright. But oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Just people who simply or sample Simpsons episodes and love file all that. I mean, if you can get away with it and you can give yourself like a nice little beat for a crowd to enjoy, I don't see why not. That being said, don't copyright infringe. Make your own stuff. You're all extremely creative. Keep doing your own thing. Hey. Oh my god, would y'all look at this place? Look at all this. Look at what we've accomplished. Yeah. Bunch of wonderfully creative people here. Hey, that's all we can do, Mama Bear. The fact that anybody tries at all is a testament to how amazing they are. Because you could be a nihilistic person. There are a lot of people that give up, that stop trying, that just don't feel motivated to do anything. But then we have the people that try. And I have the utmost respect for everybody that does. Because it is hard to try sometimes. But when you do, it feels pretty good, don't it? Oh. But that's the best part, Mama Bear. As long as you keep trying, you will get there eventually. That's what I'm doing now. That's what a lot of y'all are doing. Exactly. The hardest part is showing up. Getting out of that bed in the morning. A lot of days, don't wanna. Sometimes, just gotta relax, not do anything. And you know what? Days like that, those are perfectly fine. Those are fantastic. Sometimes those are the days I look forward to the most. In fact, I would say that it makes the days that I do get out of bed, that I do start getting out of my comfort zone and start trying for the day. Those are the most accomplished days of my life. Those are when I feel on top of the world. Short story in the back, lots of lore and characters, but eventually, you know, I also tend to do that a lot. I do that a lot at work. Like whenever I'm at work, I have nothing but free time half the time, so I'll just be sitting there doing my thing and just make up stories in my head. And sometimes I'll like write them down in a note. But then it gets to a matter of actually doing something with the note. I would like to. Oh, absolutely. Life always comes first. People around you are the most important. But if you got something to do later, yeah, that makes life even more fun, don't it? Makes it more fulfilling. Yeah. So many people's brains when they just want to shut off and go to bed, and then all of a sudden they get a fun idea from like a movie or a TikTok they saw just like a few hours ago, and it's like, well, guess I'll have to sit here for the next 2 hours thinking about the logistics. Good. Heck yeah. I should start reading fan fiction. I think that'd be fun. Fan Fiction Friday. Well, I might have a new thing to do on Fridays now. But the idea all upstart. Boop, boop, boop. small pieces and then try that way. You know what? That's a good that's a good method to do it. If you can break it down into smaller bits and kind of just get bits and pieces of things done at like over time, it'll take longer, obviously, but by God, you will get it done. Yeah. Oh, that's the absolute best. Is when like you just make the entire world in your head, like for a D&D campaign. It's so fun. Yeah. Then it just becomes a matter of getting people together to make the campaign and bring it all to fruition. Yeah. Now, is that 2 to 3 consistent hours spent, or is that 2 to 3 hours maybe on this one day in a week? Because that's the other fun part about scheduling. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'll take time. The best things always do. I think that's how a lot of us get on. Hey, Rick and Morty this time. Neat. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get swifty on these shingles. Almost. Yeah. Any sleep is good sleep, but more sleep is the best sleep. You best be careful, Fan. Mama Bear's gonna hit you with that melatonin. I do kind of understand it though. It's top 3 of 5, eh? Off the top of my head, my top 3 to 5 would be panda, snow leopard, pangolin, yeah, Rottweiler. Off the top of my head, those are my 4 favorite. Pangolins are adorable. They're like armadillos, but more aerodynamic. I'm melatonin just an hour later this. That's the strongest kind of melatonin there is. Hit him with that 0 degree. Oh, normal panda. That's fair. That's a fair distinction. I like monochromatic animals. They just look neat. Hey. Let me tell you, the oldest panda I have, or panda alive, is at. They, you know, I gotta agree. They're at their cutest when they're young. But then again, they're pandas. They're never not cute. They're silly guys. Terrible for survival instincts, but they are such adorable guys. I saw that glow. Come here. You ever see a panda fall off a swing? Adorable. And pretty hilarious. So you know you need sleep, I see. There it is. Beautiful. True. Pandas do be living that good life though. Whee! All right. Time to index. Perfect. In fact, she's the only non-Chinese panda alive right now, because her grandparents, I think, were gifted to Mexico before the whole China renting pandas to their country stuff was done. Oh. By then, those OG pandas had already had kids. Well, would you look at that? That's true, that's a very fun fact. Put a little sombrero on those guys, they look adorable. Nice indeed. Another fun fact. Oh. Let's see. There's a joke among veterinarians that when those pandas arrived, they managed to give us babies because of their diet based on what you would call Subway sandwiches. I see. Speaking of sleep, I just walked in the door from work. I am need for ibuprofen and sleep. I'm gonna lurk a bit. Take care. Not a problem, Fen. Or sorry, Melody. Actually, we should be ending here relatively soon, and then I will actually be rating somebody today. Just as a little, how do you do? It's just a content creator. I like they have to be streaming at the moment. But if you wouldn't mind sticking around for that, then you don't have to stick around for their stream if you don't wanna. But wouldn't mind sticking around until I can do that raid, I'd very much appreciate it. Should be less than 8 minutes. Come on, I can a little bit more. Almost done. Not a problem, Mama Bear. Yes, vacuumize all the ghosts. Leave not a shred behind. Yes. Alright. Now, what else needs cleaning? Yeah, skills line up either way. But you just be the best dustbuster you can be. There is. There we go. Let's see. Other than good old stompy boots, don't get the fancy uniform. Oh, that's not right. We'll need to get you one. Make it more fun. Gotta have fun when you clean. Otherwise, it's just boring. You use those stompy boots to stomp out them dusts. Really pad out the carpet with a roundhouse kick. That's what you gotta do. You gotta make the dust afraid to come back. Don't see anything left. And it hasn't given me a list. So what is left? Oh, wait. The slide, you say? I saw it around. What was that? Ah, there we go. Perfect. Let's see. Climbing pole guards. Or bridge sleds? Okay. And our wall. Let me get down. Gotta get down. Please. I gotta finish this. So close to finishing. Now where is spit? Our lower one. There we go. Got that. I got a minute left. Can I do it right on time? Clean. Yes! Ah! 30 seconds left. Let's go. Alrighty. Well, I'd say that's a job well done. And it only took 2.5 hours. Well, would you look at that? Alright. I do believe that'll be it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get that raid situated. And then in the meantime, thank you all for being here again. It is absolutely appreciated to hang out with each and every one of you. Thank you once again, Mel, for the completing almost half of my subscriber goal. Like, Jesus. Yeah, we should... Oh, we'll be doing the Pathfinder campaign on Saturday, so by all means, please feel free to come watch that. It's fantastic. We're going to be on our 6th session, I believe. And other than that, if you would like, please go ahead and... Oh my god. Well... I actually don't know what to say. Barring thank you, which I'm pretty sure I've said 1,500 times just this stream. Like, thank you, Mel. Thank you for the now level 2 hype train that I won't be able to utilize. Well, now I have to get you guys out of here just so you don't see me cry. I mean, that's the real reason now, but thank you all so much. Thank you so much. I might be streaming tomorrow, probably earlier in the morning, but if not, you'll for sure see me Saturday. I'll have to take Friday off though. Got some stuff I gotta do, but thank you so much. Thank you very much for being here again. In any case, oh yes, and me and Scrub will finally be going back to Elden Ring on Sunday. All right, I'm gonna send all you lovely people over to another lovely person that I greatly admire as a streamer, and